Okay, so we have a question from functions. Functions f and g are defined by f of x, 3 over 2x plus 1, where x is not equal to negative half. Obviously, that is because if you plug it there, you're going to have 3 over negative 1 plus 1, so which will give you a 0, and that's what we don't want. So g of x is equal to 2x plus 3. Now question 1 says find the value of t given that f of g of t is 2 over 5. Okay, so we'll start with the first one. F of g of t, what does this mean? So we can write this as something that's going to come out as the function itself you're focusing on is function f, and then you have another function inside which is g of t, of course. Okay, so first of all answer this. Before we plug in t, let's first of all get to find f of g of x itself. Okay, so let's find f of g of x. So we know this is the same as focusing on the function which is before function f, and then where there is x you put g of x. So the function f of x is that 3 over 2x plus 1. Now where there is x we're going to put g of x. So g of x, okay, and then plus 1. That's what it means when you say f of g of x. It means, because one thing that you know is when you have f of 2, it means where there is x you're going to put 2 in that function. Now when you say f of g of x, it means now you're going to put another function. We call these composite functions. So what do we have at this point? So we're going to have 3 over, now where there's g of x, we know g of x is 2x plus 3, and then plus the one that's already there. Okay, we can now simplify this. So you have 3 over 2 times 2x plus 3, you're going to have 4x plus 6 plus a 1, which will now be 3 over 4x plus 7. So that's how far we've come. So that is 3 over 4x plus 7. That is our f of g of x. Now for us to find the value of t, we are told now f of g of t, so f of g of t, which means you're now going to put a t where there is x. So we're going to have 40 plus 7. Now we are told this is equal to, it's equal to what? It's equal to 2 over 5. 2 over 5. So we've come up with an equation now that we can solve. Cross and multiply. You're going to have 5 times 3, 15, and then 2 times 40 plus 7 equal to 15. So at this point we have 8t plus 14 is equal to 15, and then our 8t is equal to 15 minus 14, which is a 1, and then your t becomes 1 over 8. So that's how we handle that question. So provided all our simplifications were okay, then this is our answer for t. Okay, so the key takeaway point is when you have f of g of t, what it means is where there is x, you put this part in the function that has started. Okay, now for b, find the values of x for which g of x is equal to f of x. So just equate the two. So g of x is 2x plus 3, and then f of x is 3 over 2x plus 1. So if we cross and multiply, we have 2x plus 3 multiplying by 2x plus 1 equal to 3. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 1 is 2x, 3 times 2x is 6x plus 3. So what we do is, first of all, get a 2x, multiply with that part, so I get 4x squared and 2x, and then move to 3, do the same, 2x and also 3. Okay, so at this point this is equal to 3. Any like terms we have, so we have 4x squared, 2x plus 6x is what? So 2x plus 6x, that's 8x, and then 3 minus 3, that's going to be a 0. So this is where we had this point. So anything we can do, so we can factor out 4 and x, you remain with x, and then plus 2. So when you factorize, if you multiply whatever is outside what is inside, you're supposed to get what you had before. So let's see if this is true. So you have two equations, 4x equal to 0 and x plus 2 is equal to 0. So the two answers are either x is equal to 0 or x is equal to -2, which we can actually try. So if you try to put a 0, you're going to get a 3. That will cancel, so you get a 3. If you try to put a -2, on the left you're going to have 2 multiplied by -2 plus 3 over 1, then the other part you're going to have 3, and then 2, -2 plus a 1. So on top there, -2 times 2 is -4 plus 3, -1. Equally on the other side is going to be -3, which will still give us -1. So these are the two values of x that can make g of x to be equal to f of x.